Hello and welcome back to day 7 of my Solve the Exit the Game Advent Calendar. I'm still enjoying it as much as ever, some really interesting puzzles along the way. So let's get cracking on today's. Let's have a look. We've got the Advent Calendar help book and rule sheet, which actually the cover's now detached, which I have not really used yet. So let's get rid of that. Hopefully I won't need it today either. And then there's the storybook where we find out what's happening in each day's adventure. So let's turn to December the 7th. Here we go. Oh, something to cut out today. Tear the page out and let's get started. So, in today's story, it says you open the guitar case, which was in yesterday's room, and find a letter. It says that the person living here must be crazy because what they've left a note for you saying that they've built their own escape room for you to solve. As you are trapped inside. And the phrase at the end of the letter they left is a bit weird. It says, think outside the box. And it says, what box? You can't do a lot with that for the moment. Perhaps it is a hint for a later date. Well, okay. Think outside the box. It says that you find a key in a guitar case. It fits a trapdoor in the ceiling and you climb up and let yourself into a room above. But in front of you is an ice slide, but you can't go down without protective equipment. But it's locked in some boxes. The boxes mentioned in the letter, it suggests. Time to take a closer look at them. So now, let's open door 7. There we go. Find the calendar. Here it is. Let's find door 7, which we labelled yesterday after we had successfully identified it. And here it is. So, let's open door 7. Here we go. What's in there? Just one riddle card today. Right, okay. And what does it say? It says, beware, you're going downhill now. On a terrifying slide. A helmet is advisable to keep your brains inside. To extricate your headgear and free it from the locks, you need 3 numbers, that is clear. So think outside the box. It's in italics. I'm sure you can put the clue together. I'm counting on you to be very clever. Alright, so there's a few things going on here. As always, we will need a 3-digit number once we have solved the puzzle, because that will go into our decoder to tell us, using the arrows, which room will be door 8. On the calendar, but first of all, it's very strangely phrased, this. I'm just going to see if it's like an acronym. It says the first letters are boat, tay, sea. No, so it's not. Anyway, but where you're going downhill now on a terrifying slide, a helmet is advisable. You need 3 numbers. Think outside the box. Counting. Okay, well, the whole Advent calendar is in the big box, so I'm guessing that perhaps there's something that we need to count on the box. The next step in any case will be to look in the room here. So let's have a good look at that. Right, so the room itself at the back shows the top of this slide with the warning about wearing protection. Okay, fine, that's actually quite amusing. On the far wall, well, let's hold the door out of the way. On the far wall is a locked cabinet. That must be where the ski equipment is, and a candle burning. There's obviously something on the back of the door. We'll look at that in a second. And then on this side, oh look, there are 3 cubes and they are clearly connected with the cube or box perhaps that we need to fold because they have similar patterns on, because this is the pattern we've got on the thing for today, and so this is evidently related. So I'm guessing we need to arrange the cubes at different angles, view them like this, and then count something perhaps. And what is this on the lid here? On the back of the door? Looks like writing. This looks like B0. Oh, it looks at the end of a 7. This is a 0. And that says BH by the look of it. Maybe the end of something. I don't know what this is. It's a squiggle. I don't know whether I need this today or whether to cut it out and use it another day. I think the next thing I will do is I will perhaps assemble that cube. Because now I look at that. When I look at the shape net here a bit more closely, I can see that it actually has numbers on it. So for example here there's a 1 and here there's a 2 and a 4. So probably all we need to do for today is fold this up. Maybe not even bother folding it up. Look at the sides we can see on that picture and read the numbers. I think I will fold it up and make it just to see what it looks like exactly. But it's probably not really necessary to solve the puzzle, assuming I've understood it correctly. Right, so I'm going to cut this out and fold it up, which is, as I say, not probably strictly necessary, but I may as well, you know, when in Rome, may as well go the full hog and do it. There's no tabs on this, so I'm going to just cover it in sellotape, so apologies in advance for how sloppy it'll probably look. Right, so I've cut this out, and now I guess it's time to fold it up. I mean, I don't think there's anything particularly clever going on here at the moment. I think I'll just fold up a cube. But let's have a look at the card, just so that we can keep track of what's going on. It says about counting. So I'm sure you can put the clue together. Yes, okay, that's what I'm doing now, I'm putting it together. I'm counting on you to be very clever. So we are counting something. But if we're just adding up the numbers, does that count as counting? Perhaps counting means adding up the numbers. 3 numbers, that is clear. Perhaps I'm just really going to add up the numbers that are visible on those sides. That's my guess. Right, so that's the cube assembled, such as it is. So there's a 3 on some dots. Let's try not to drop it. 3, a 4 here upside down, a 1, a 0, a 2, and on top another 2. So there's 2 starred faces with a 0 and a 2. There are 2 dotted faces with a 4 and a 3, and then there's an odd squared mosaic with a 1 and another one with a 2 with a circular spiral pattern. So now we need the box back, I think, to look at those views. Right, it's going to be hard for me to show the box at the same time, so I'll put it there and you can look at it at the same time as me. Right, okay, so first of all we need to have this view, I think, with that on top, stars here and this on the side, just going from left to right. And then let's grab a pad of paper as well so we can keep track of the totals. So on the first view, I'll just write down all the numbers in case I need them. We've got 1 that way up, got 2 that way up, and we've got 4 that way up. So you would guess that was 7. Okay, right, now what about the next view? Excellent drawing of a cube there, I'd like to think. So we've got the circly bit on top, and then we've got this view. So it is much easier if you assemble it. We've got 2, which is upside down, but I won't worry about that. 3 and 0. It's obviously easier if you assemble the cube, isn't it? Because otherwise you may get confused between the otherwise identical faces. And the last face has, apparently I'm very poor at this, is that. So I've got 1 on the right, 2 on the top, and a 0 on the front, so clearly that has us with 3 and 5 there. So we've got 7, 5, 3. So let's have a look and see if this is correct. Let's grab our decoder and put in 753, 753. Okay, if this is correct, this should make sense when I turn it over as a move on the box to the next day. Oh, that was the 3 there, wasn't it? Let's just check I did that competently. Yes, I did. There's always a first time, isn't there? So left, down left, and off to the left. Okay, so let's grab the box. Here it is. And we're looking to go left, down left, and off to the left. So we started off here with this door 7, and we're going to go left, down to the left, and left again. And if we're right, then it should be circle, moon, hexagon, which it is. So circle, moon, hexagon, just to clarify, is what the decoder card shows down the middle. Is the way of verifying it's correct. So that's day 8 identified, where the circle, moon, hexagon is. Okay, so here's circle, moon, hexagon, and that's going to be where day 8 is. And we're finished for today. Excellent. Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Make sure that you subscribe by clicking on my face here. And if you go here, there's some links to my other solves for other days of this advent calendar, as well as 2 other puzzle advent calendars I'm solving this December too. Which reward you with chocolate. I mean, not you, me, obviously, with chocolate each time they're successfully solved. But I hope you enjoyed that, as I say, and hopefully you'll join me tomorrow. Bye.